Hello and welcome to Black Bear Atheist. Here we are again, finding ourselves on Big Nick's channel. The last video I did on him was him talking about how Chinese people knew Jesus was gonna come, but didn't even know Jesus was Jesus. Bunch of jumbo BS, basically. Anyways, today he's gonna talk about how the Vatican's secret technology that saw the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. So I'm not even sure what kind of technology this is and how this applies, but let's get into the video and see.
We don't about Jesus Christ? Well, I'll tell you, a lot. And not just about Jesus, but the world in general. And today we are going to cover everything in detail, even specific topics that are hidden to the public. But they're not going to be hidden anymore because I decided to make a video on it. What's going on, guys?
I have the secret of the world and I'm not gonna make a video. Why do these people feel like they actually are finding? If you were able to find it, okay, then someone else must have put out the information. Someone else must have found it already. And this video has 5.5k views. Who exactly are you spreading the news to?
It's Big Nick back for another video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel today. Before we get into today's video, if you guys like Christian content, please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel down below if you are new, and turn on my post notifications so you never miss a new video. Without further
And if you don't like Christian content and you like what I do, and you like someone that's just dissecting others' BS, please like and subscribe.
ado, let's get into it. This technology in the hidden Vatican archives may contain the lost years of Jesus Christ. The Vatican Apostolic Archives is a secret library that's hidden 2 floors underground, which is located within the Vatican that contains over 53 miles of shelving. These documents contain the true history of the world for over 12 centuries, and they are completely censored from public viewing. This secret
True history? Okay.
underground library not only contains ancient historical documents, but has even been rumored to possess technology that allows someone to digitally view events from the past. Roman Catholic priest named
No, because that's how it works. You can just time travel and you could just see the future from a technology. Okay, let's just let him explain.
Father Pellegrino Ernetti first leaked this secret when he was having a conversation with one of his trusted colleagues, who was also a Catholic priest from France. Father Pellegrino Ernetti was a well-renowned scientist, physicist, and music theorist in Venice. Father Pellegrino was on a ferry ride with a Catholic priest from France known as Father Francois Brune. As they voyaged down the Grand Canal in Venice, Italy, they had a long conversation which led them to discussing different biblical interpretations. Father Ernetti abruptly interrupted his colleague and said, "There's nothing to interpret. It's possible to see what actually happened, to see the truth with your own eyes." At first, his friend Father Brune thought that he was joking, but Father Ernetti assured him that he was being serious. Father Ernetti detailed about a secret project that he worked on which made its way to the Vatican Library. He detailed about a device that allowed anybody to view any event from the past, which was called the chronovisor. This device was in a
Clearly, that's the wrong name to give it. It's probably just a mushroom or just plainly weed. Whichever you want to take, you're going to be able to see the future or the past, your past lives. You could see whatever you want to see. All you have to do is just take this, or, just take the pill, and all of a sudden you're seeing the future or the past, whichever you want to.
the shape of a television, and was able to be programmed to show you any past event on a screen. When Father Brune was hearing about this, he was in shock, because Father Ernetti was known as a serious man, and he was very well respected within the Catholic community. Father Ernetti then told Brune about all the biblical events that he was able to witness from the past, and assured Brune that all the stories from the Bible were 100% real. He claimed to have seen the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, the
Yes, all the stories are real, but we can't find shit about any of them. Sodom and Gomorrah, nowhere to be found.
and commandments that Moses received from Yahweh, the Last Supper, and the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Now, like we all would be, Father Brune was skeptical about this at first, and questioned Ernetti on how he was able to possess technology that allowed one to view moments back in time. Father Ernetti told Brune that he did not build this device himself, and explained how he received help from some of the top scientists in the European hemisphere. Back in 1952, Father Pellegrino Ernetti was working on a project at the Catholic University of Milan where he was attempting to filter harmonics on old Gregorian chants from tape recordings as part of his studies on music theory.
This is so dumb to the extent that it's just funny. So they discovered a technology that could apparently see to the past. And they find out that all the story in the Bible is true. And they decide to keep it to themselves so everyone else could just go to hell because, nobody else deserved to know. They decided to keep it to themselves, and all of a sudden the top scientists were working on this time travel television. God. No, let's keep going.
To play these tapes, the founder of the university, named Father Agostino Gemelli, swore that he heard the voice of his deceased father in one of these tapes. However, this was not some necromantic audio tape where they were conjuring up the voice of his deceased father trying to speak to him from the other side. No, it wasn't that. Because as Christians, we know that your dead relatives can't contact you once they pass away because they're either in heaven or hell, and there's a chasm between heaven, hell, and the earth. What the founder of the university heard on the tapes, however, was a conversation of his father while he was still alive, where he was arguing with someone over the price of shoe wax. This is because his father previously had a job where he worked as a cobbler and he would sell shoes. This is what sparked Father Ernetti's curiosity to see if sounds from the past could be detected with technology. Ernetti decided to fund a project that he worked on with 12 different scientists, and although
How did he know it was a conversation with his father? How did he know it was a conversation between his father and someone else? How would you know that? And are you kidding me, people? Are you kidding me? Keep going.
10 of the scientists' names remain classified. The 2 that were declassified will absolutely shock you. One of the scientists was a Nobel Prize-winning physicist named Enrico Fermi, who was famous for creating the world's first nuclear reactor. The other scientist was Werner von Braun, who was a Nazi scientist that later became the director of NASA. Werner von Braun was most famous for creating technology while he was working for Hitler that was able to defy gravity, space, and time. This was known as the Wunderwaffe, and it was actually rumored that Werner von Braun was in communication with the Nephilim, which the Nazi party believed were aliens, and were offering human sacrifices to these beings in exchange for forbidden angelic knowledge.
So now we're making claims upon claims, superstition upon superstition, and things that are not real and never have any evidence supporting it. Apparently the Nazis were in communication with aliens. What is this, Captain America? Like, come on. Like, do you just believe anything that's in front of you? What in the world?
Which they used in their creation of technology that defied human limitations. The Nazis were also part of an occult society known as the Vril Society, where they would do rituals deep underground with mediums to conjure up Vril power, which they believed they were receiving from a supernatural reptilian race. A race history about Nazi Germany shows that they were successful in creating anti-gravity craft, as well as using satanic occult power to bend the limitations of time. It's very possible that Werner von Braun was sharing.
What does that even mean? Demonic power to bend the limitation of time? Okay, so if this is one of the things that got me started thinking about the things that I've believed. Like, for example, we believe in like witches and stuff. It seems like it's a common thing. Or at least that's what I've heard, and that's what I've believed for a very long time. Until I start thinking, and I'm like, wait, if we have all this demonic power and witches, why are we one of the like worst countries in the world with poverty everywhere? Couldn't these witches just, give themselves wealth and benefit the entire country? But no, there's poverty in the country. And people are being poor. And people that are even accused of being witches or, worshipping the false gods that are demonic or not rich themselves. It doesn't make sense. If you're saying the nonsense are demonic power, how in the world did we end up winning? Because let's be honest with ourselves, America was never a Christian country. It was always a secular country with just Christians living in it. Christians being the majority. So how in the world did we win? Were we holy, or like were we using, like, were we throwing crosses at them? How did we end up winning? Did God choose a side? Because that would be affecting our free will. And I know you Christians love that free will. Just stupid.
Sharing insight that he learned about fallen angel technology with Father Ernetti to defy the laws of time, thus
What the fuck is a fallen angel technology?
creating the chronovisor. Once this device was completed, it started to make the news in Italy. Back in 1972, an Italian magazine called La Domenica del Corriere released an article with the headline titled "A Machine That Photographs the Past Has Finally Been Invented." The article details Father Ernetti's account of the chronovisor, and soon this caught the attention of the Vatican. The Vatican issued an official decree on the chronovisor, which they warned that anybody who used a device of such characteristics would be excommunicated. The strange wording of this decree raised suspicion that they still had access to this technology, since they never confirmed or denied that the Vatican had possession of the chronovisor. If the chronovisor was one big
So the somehow took a picture of Jesus and never released it to the public because they were okay with everyone else just, not knowing that the Lord and the Savior is real. You see how dumb this is? These are the people that are trying to convince every single living being that their God exists and they're not just delusional. It's not just based on fate. And all of a sudden they got some technology to see into the past. And they're hiding it. Because that makes so much sense.
lie, why would the Vatican instruct their users to not use the device? For those who may be skeptical about things regarding time travel, I completely understand. This sounds like movie talk, and there's no
Hold on, he's not skeptical about any of this, which I'm not surprised. He scripted this entire thing. How do you even get through the video?
way that this is real, right? Well, the CIA would disagree with you with these declassified documents that they quietly released in 2001. In these documents, the Central Intelligence Agency writes about a project that they conducted called Project Stargate, in which the CIA was testing occult powers and witchcraft, such as astral projection, in order to be able to time travel to past events. The project's focus was on psychoenergetics, which was defined as a mental process by which an individual perceives, communicates with, and or perturbs characteristics of a designated target, person, or even remote in space and or time from that individual. In fact, many witches and New Agers today use astral projection for the same reason, to be able to bend the limitations of time. This is nothing new, and as a Christian,
But since you're delusional and you can apparently see witches and witchcraft and know what is witch and what is not, know what is demonic and what is not, I guess you could just say whatever the fuck you want. I guess you could just be delusional all the way and believe whatever the heck is in front of you. This doesn't make sense, people. It doesn't make sense. The CIA have investigated bunch of things and done bunch of things. This doesn't mean what they investigate actually came up to be true. They stopped the investigation because it's not true. Even if this is real, they probably already stopped the investigation and that's why they released it. It's probably not true. There's no evidence of any supernatural event, but this guy wants you to believe, without any evidence, just believe his claim that someone has a camera that can see into the past and it proves that my Jesus, my God, exists. Makes some fucking sense. That sounds like stupidity. And that's exactly what it is. And the fact that someone can sit down and write a script like this and read it out and then post a video just show you how delusional this guy is.
And the Bible warns us not to be ignorant of the devil's devices. The chronovisor that the Vatican refuses to deny they hold possession of is merely the
Hold on, why do Christians always feel, all theists in general feel like they could, let's say Christians, feel like they could battle the devil is second to only one person, God. Why do you feel like you can battle the devil? Especially when you also consider yourself that you're always sinning every 2 seconds. Why do you think? No.
the Catholic Church trying to play God with technology that was inspired by fallen angels. Jesus taught us in the scriptures that God has recorded every single word that somebody has spoken.
Oh, so all this is to say the Catholic Church is bad. Well, we know Jesus exists because that fallen angel technology show us that Jesus exists. And the Bible obviously said so. So, like, you can't deny that the Bible said so. And whatever the Bible says is true. You just can never depict exactly what the Bible says.
And this Luciferian technology aims to mimic the same power for the Vatican's own sinister agenda. Jesus says in Matthew 12:36, "But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment." Jesus warned us that our words will be replayed before us on the great day of judgment when we're standing in front of God. This Bible verse has a whole new meaning now that you understand that words never dissipate, but are stored in a database that will be played again at the hands of whoever has this type of capability, whether from the angelic realm and Jesus from the heavens above, or from the enemy and the fallen ones from the kingdom of darkness down below. If you guys enjoy my videos and you support what I'm doing, I want to ask,
there's nothing above and there's nothing below. You see these biblical terms that are supposed to be literal, like down the earth is supposed to be hell in the core of the planet, which we know there's nothing there. Or it's supposed to be in the sky, heaven. We've searched outside of our planet, outside of our solar system. Nothing. No evidence of heaven. No physical place of heaven. And then obviously Christians are going to say, oh, well, it's in another dimension. Another dimension. Again, the more we know about the universe, the less the space that you can shove your God. The more we find out about the universe, the smaller the box that you can shove your God is getting.
Ask you guys to please show love to the new music video that I just dropped. Better not play around with me.
You know, I have to do one of those videos reaction one day, but it's not today. I don't think I can mentally take that.
Could Jesus Christ call me and made me his own? Had to repent on my knees for things in the past I no longer condone. The Spirit be giving me peace, always been walking around with shalom. The work of the cross was a mercy show, so I'm gonna be walking on the narrow road. The song
Why is he holding a fake? No.
is called Menace to Hell, and you can find it on my music channel, and I put the link to that music video in the description, which will take you to my other channel. I'm asking that you please go support that music video by hitting the like button on the video and dropping a comment down below so we can push this song through the algorithm. As you know, secular music is poisoning our society, and I'm trying to take a stand.
And here's where we stop. Secular music is destroying society, but my pretend gang up rap bullshit out music is going to bring Jesus back to the secular community. It's gonna bring Jesus back to a society. Me taking what is in a sense a secular thing and making it Jesus is somehow just, gospel. Like, shut the fuck up. Just making a beat there, making a beat here, trashy beat, and then speaking to it isn't rap. It's still gospel shit. Talking about stupidity, and it's the worst gospel song I have ever listened to. Just a little bit of it. Anyways, I'm not here for this song. As you can see, he proved nothing, and neither did he really show us anything. the Vatican's secret technology that somehow saw the crucifixion of Jesus. He himself did not become a Catholic. He doesn't see them as the right religion. As you hear him state that they don't have the right truth. They were trying to herd the the technology of the fallen angel and just pretend to be God themselves. But here we are, you're saying it proved that Jesus exists. Like, you don't even consider the people that apparently found it to be saying the truth. But you think they found Jesus. Like, how do you believe this stuff? How do you believe this stuff? This is very fucking concerning. That people will listen to a guy like this talk about something that he has no idea about, make claims upon claims, and then act like that's evidence for like, you're not saying anything. Anyways, that's enough of me ranting. If you like the video, like my content, please click that like button and subscribe. Thank you all for stopping by. Have a lovely day.